Welcome, Utah hockey fans, to the Salt Lake City Sports Complex. My name is Megan Basel.
And I'm Claire O'Connor. Tonight we're here with the second day of a two-day matchup between the University of Utah Utes and the University of Washington Huskies. Megan, last night we were here watching that game. What were your thoughts?
Well, last night's game resulted in a 20-0 win for the Utes, so they definitely played amazing. It was really fun to see a bunch of players that we normally don't see show off their moves out on the ice. There was 13 different players that scored in last night's game.
Yeah, players like Clara Slack scored our first goal of last night. And then we had two hat tricks. Alrighty, that was our beautiful senior night celebrating 6 of our seniors. But at last night's game, we were talking about all the shots made on goal. 13 goal scorers. We had players like Clara Slack, who made her first in-season goal last night as a defender. We weren't really seeing that because she was doing her other job, which is defending, obviously. And then we also saw 2 hat tricks, one from Ketchum and one from LaValle. I loved seeing all these players get out on the ice and get more points onto their record, especially closing the season. Tonight is our last in-season game, and next weekend we start in a tournament style.
Not only did Utah's offense do really well last night, they had 75 shots, but Utah's defense also did really well, only holding Washington to getting them only having 6 different shots. So honestly amazing.
Personally, I'm looking forward to seeing more shots taken by Washington tonight, make it a little bit more of an exciting matchup. Last night we did have 9 penalties, 7 on Washington and 2 on Utah. The first one came within the first couple minutes of the game for Washington with a bench minor with too many men on the ice. We already started this game. It looks like we're going for a second puck drop in the Utes defensive zone.
Face-off won immediately by Utah. Then taken away here by Washington and then given back to the Utes. Utah passing it forward. Picked up by the Huskies. Huskies moving forward. Lost control of the puck. And now it's a race. And then the puck is picked up by the Utes and they move out through the neutral zone. Good pass there. Swooping behind the goal, trying to find an open pass. Dropped it off to Klee. Here's Klee now behind the goal. Passing it out wide. Shot from distance, goes off a Washington player. But Utes still with possession. Shot, blocked, deflected. It's Klee again. Passing it backwards, they're forced to reset. Moving it through Husky territory. Good centering pass there, tries to get a shot off. Good defense by Washington. Now Washington try and build out of their zone. But it's recovered here by Utah. Picked up by Washington. Back to the Utes. Utah moving forward. Patterson heads back to Greenwood. Greenwood forward. Gets it all the way down there, gets a shot. But whistle was blown before. It'll be a face-off now in Husky territory.
When the whistle is blown like that, it's because the referee lost sight of the puck. As soon as the referee with the whistle loses sight of the puck, the play has to stop because obviously they don't know what's going on. That happened multiple times last night where the puck wasn't exactly frozen on the ice. It was just out of sight, kind of braced up against the Washington goalie's pads, which honestly, that whistle has saved her from a couple shots last night. But after that puck drop, it seems like a Washington possession at the moment.
Then picked up by the Utes, poked away. Washington unable to keep possession and defended well there by Greenwood. Here's Harris. Poked away for a moment. And now Greenwood has it again. And it'll head all the way back into Huskies area, but given away and defended again. Utes moving through the neutral zone. 1v4 here for the Utes, taking a shot from distance. Goes off the back wall. Wensink tries to pass it to Klee, but misses, and it goes all the way back. Now the Utes will try and move out. Utes behind their goal line. Good pressure here from Washington, more than we saw in last game for sure.
Yeah, they are playing a lot more on both sides of the rink. Last game, it did take them a couple minutes to just get possession of that puck. Tonight, we're seeing a lot more back and forth, which honestly looks very positively towards Washington. So hopefully we can see that continue and hopefully get a couple more shots.
They're also doing better defensively.
Yes.
The Utes had a goal, what, in the first minute, 2.5 minutes? Somewhere in between there in yesterday's game, and it's already 4 minutes in, and it's still a tied game.
Yeah, yesterday's first goal, I believe, was a power play goal, so that was to the Utes' advantage to make that shot. But at the same time, that was a very quick way to start off the goal, or the game on the right foot.
Edwards against the boards. Pokes out in possession with Smith. Smith passes it off. Shot now, and it's in!
Beautiful first goal of the game, 4 minutes and 29 seconds into this first period. Honestly, strong start for the Utes, but we are seeing very good plays by both teams.
Was that LaValle? I believe that was. Upper 90, beautiful. That's LaValle's 13th goal of this season.
4th this weekend.
Yeah, 4th this weekend.
Yes, that was LaValle who scored that one.
Now it's the Utes again, right in front of the goal, goes high. Possession moving back and forth between teams here. Now it's with Greenwood. Greenwood hits it all the way forward. Good pressure by Utah. Taken away, tries to center pass it, but it's poked away. Huskies hit it forward.
This is a much quicker paced game than we saw yesterday. Yesterday, the whole entire game was a very much slower pace, which you did see mess up the Utes' tempo a little bit with their passes. They weren't as strong. Their shots weren't as accurate or as strong as well. But tonight, both teams are picking up their pace, which is
Utah with a shot.
Giving a very, more exciting game to watch.
Good poke check there. Huskies still with possession, and then giving it away to catch him. Here's Klee. Klee moving all the way past all the defenders, takes a shot off a Washington player. They're forced to try and huck it out, but it goes into Utah possession. Here's Harris against the boards. Harris drops it off. Looks for another one in the center. Utes moving around trying to find an opportunity. Oh, good centering pass. Harris wasn't able to get there. Ketchum drops it off to Harris. Back to Ketchum. Or back to Jaron.
Washington clears it all the way across both neutral zones, back behind the Utes' goal.
Utah behind their own goal line, moving forward. Good pass. And then hit all the way through for their team to go out for the line change. Good Utes pressure. Looking for an opportunity. Drop pass it. Back out. Shot. Oh, goes off the post. Utes still. Right in front of the goal. Good defending by the Huskies, and they hit it out.
Yeah, as we said before, we are seeing great defense by the Huskies. Yesterday, they were doing a good job at poking away that puck during those passes.
Offsides call on the Utes.
But tonight, they're doing a good job at poking it away as a pass. Here, we're watching a replay right here from that last shot.
Was this? This is the goal, actually. Beautiful.
Yeah, but Washington is doing a great job at not only poking it away, but also passing it to another player so they can keep possession.
Utes in front of the goal! Off the backboards.
They can keep possession, and that's why we're seeing a lot more of their offensive plays, while last night it was mostly defense.
Tries to pass it across the ice. Eventually with Utes possession, good shot there. Deflected off the pads of goalkeeper. Now Huskies come the other way, but it's a 4v2 for the Utes, so they defend well. Huskies right now in front of the goal. Picked up by the Utes. Utah swooping behind their own goal line, moving forward. Tries to pass it off, but it's picked up by Washington. And then once again, forward for the Utes. Here's Zeschuk. Zeschuk with a great pass in front of the goal. Wasn't able to get the shot on target, though. Utes now takes a shot, deflect off her own teammate, and it goes in again. Good deflection there, or rebound.
That was a beautiful goal, bringing the score to 2-0 at this point of the game. We are seeing a great game so far. There's not been as many shots or as many goals at this point. Here, we're gonna watch that replay. There we go. That was a wide open net and a beautiful shot right up and over into that top.
Well done by Patterson there.
Here we go for that puck drop center ice, and it looks like the Utes will have possession, contested, and taken by the Huskies.
Utah now through the neutral zone. Passes it off, pass almost lost, but they still have possession. Utes behind the goal. Looking for a pass, overshot. Carlston trying to get it out for Washington. But the Utes still have it, tries to center pass it. Was poked away for a moment, but the Utes still have it. Again, the Utes in front of the goal. Multiple Washington players in front of the goal helping the goalkeeper. As you were saying in yesterday's game, that's part of their defensive tactic, to just have more than the goalkeeper in front of the goal.
But tonight they're doing a much better job at getting their hands on that puck, because last night they were more of a wall in front of the goal, while tonight we were seeing a little bit more strategy behind that. They're actually going after that puck, not just waiting for the puck to come to them and them to stop that.
For sure. Utes in front of the goal. Almost gets a shot off. Still with possession. Tries to center pass it. LaValle is forced to reset. Harris now. Drop passes it to Brent. Brent with another pass. Good shot, but it goes wide. And now Washington will move out. But picked up by the Utes again. Looking for something. LaValle passes it off, but it's picked up by the Huskies. Huskies move forward. And Utah gains possession back and try and reset. Here's Manor. Huskies defend again. Huskies making it hard for the Utes to do what they did last night,
where they were just doing shot after shot, keeping a lot of offensive pressure, pushing that puck closer and closer to the Huskies' goal.
For sure. Good centering pass there, but no one able to get a shot off. Brent passes it forward. Here's Wensink. Wensink. Good stick work and a shot. Did it go high?
It looked like it went high or deflected off the top.
One of the two. Utes still with possession. Drop pass. Opening wide. Tries to get a slap shot, but missed the puck, and now the Huskies pass it forward. No icing call there. Utah keeper forced to go out. Give it to a Husky player, but Utah are able to gain possession back, and now it's a 2v3 for the Utes. They wait for some backup here. Puck is stuck along the boards, but Utah now. Good centering pass, poked away. Shot by the Utes. Utah still working it around. Good centering pass, but no one was there. Greenwood passes it off. Eventually picked up by the Huskies. Greenwood recovers. Here's Greenwood. Good pass. Wasn't able to control. But Utah gain possession again. Here's Utah behind the goal. Looking for something or someone. Here's a shot. Oh, goes wide. Here's the Utes again. Looking for more. Poked away for a second and eventually frozen on the ice.
No, I believe
that was all the way through.
Goal.
But ref is going like saying no. But
so
ref is saying we're doing a.
Yeah, it looks like we're calling that a no goal. Puck drop.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looked like it froze on the ice, but here's the replay.
See, it looks like everyone crashes that.
Oh, here, this might be a better view.
It does.
It does go in.
But it does look like we're calling that a no goal. So we just had that puck drop. Utes win that puck drop.
And now they look for another one. Not sure why they didn't call that in, because she didn't freeze it on the ice before it slid through. I'd have to disagree with that call. Here's Utah still. Good shot off the pads of Washington goalkeeper, but Utah still with possession. Another centering pass, almost gets a shot off. No call there. Utah resets and recycles. Geraldine passes it back. Utah through the neutral zone. Here's the Utes. Tries to get a shot off, frozen on the ice. You can hear Utah's bench being all loud and hyped up. Love to see it on the senior night, cheering on those seniors. And everyone, honestly. Utes with possession. Good shot. Oh, just goes wide. Utah still looking for something, tries to center pass it. Huskies able to defend that. But then the Utes gain possession back. Tries to get it to Harris, but stolen by the Huskies. Huskies now in front of the goal, gets a shot off. Good block there by the keeper. Utes moving forward through their territory. Good shot there and frozen on the ice. We have Dan Tonato in the goal tonight for the Utes. Utes with a shot. Not too much strength on that one, so easily saved.
We're going for that puck drop on that close dot. Here we go with that face-off, won by the Utes.
Here's Greenwood. Greenwood with a shot, defended by the Huskies. Now the puck is stuck along the boards. Multiple players fighting for that. I thought maybe it would be a hooking call there, but no, here's slack along the boards. Utah looking for something good, centering pass picked up by Washington. Now they counterattack here.
Looking for a pass, but ends up getting taken away by the Utes.
Here's Utah, 1v3. Good shot and a block. She skated through 3 defenders there. Almost got a good look. Be a face-off to the stick side of Washington goalie. Utes on the puck. Taken away for a second by Washington, but now here comes the Utes, a shot and off the post. That's our second post shot for the night. There was multiple last night, but here's a counterattack by the Huskies. And defended well by the Utes, but eventually it does poke up into the air, almost taken away by the Huskies. Oh, tripped up, or she might have just slipped. Ooh. Washington on the puck now. Hit it straight to Utah player. Here's the Utes now. Here's Patterson. Patterson behind Husky goal line. Moving around. Looking for a good pass. Eventually does. Here's Klee with a shot and a good glove save.
Very similar to last night. We're seeing the goalie honestly do a bunch of great saves because the Utes are shooting up in the air, so it's not just pads. Here we go with that replay. Just that snatch and grab right there.
Oh, so close.
I know.
Face-off won by the Utes. Good passing around there. Here's behind the goal line. Dropping it off. Good center pass in front of the goal, but unable to get a shot off. Huskies try to counterattack, but the Utes do really well. And they don't even get through the neutral zone before being taken away. Now it's Utes again. Trying to find something. Utah still good poke away here by Washington. It'll go right back to D'Antonato. She'll pass it off to a teammate. Skating through the neutral zone and through the territory, and a shot. And a good save.
It is stuck under her pad yet again. It was technically frozen on the ice because there was no way they were going to get that out of there. But honestly, when I think frozen on the ice, I think more of that glove covering that puck. But I feel like that technically works too.
Yeah. Washington win initially, but here's Utah. Utes with possession. Good pass out wide. Good shot too, and it goes off the glove of Washington goalkeeper and goes right on top of the goal. So it'll be a face-off.
Here we go for that puck drop on
stick side.
No, it looks like the closer dot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manor will take the face-off for the Utes. Won by Utah. Harris on the puck. Looking for someone. Slack is open. She passes it to her. Slack now. Outward pass. In front of the goal. Here's the Utes. Goes high. They get their own rebound, looking for more. In front of the goal, goes high again. And now the Huskies try and move it out. Weren't quite able to. Slack picks it up and passes it to Harris. Pass off, Harris in front of the goal. Wasn't able to get a shot. And Washington, just all they can do right now is move it or hit it as far away from their goal as they can. 45 seconds left in this first period. Utes moving through the neutral zone. 2v2.
Here we go with Slack, I believe.
Oh, shot just goes wide. Good work there by Slack. Ooh, collision along the boards, but no call. A good centering pass, but wasn't able to get a shot off immediately. So here they go, resetting and recycling around their goal line. Eventually have to go back into the neutral zone, get everyone on sides. Hit it forward. Here's Klee. And the horn will signal that end of that first period. Claire, what did you think of that first period compared to yesterday's first period?
Honestly, that was a great first period, much faster paced. Honestly, this score looked more promising for Washington to have a close chance. Yesterday at this point, we were at 7-0, which is really hard to look at, especially as the 0 team, because you have to catch up to that at the end of the day. And so this was honestly a better place for Washington to be. We saw a lot of great defensive plays from them, great offensive plays. Obviously, the Utes are playing very strongly tonight. They have much better connections with their passes and with their shots. Everything's much stronger and much more like on point than it was last night.
I agree. And I think this will be a great position, like you said, for Washington to be in going into this second period. I think they'll come out with more motivation and more excitement, to be honest, because they're only down 2-0 instead of 7-0. So this second period should be fun. We'll be back here in 15 minutes.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on Earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home.
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
Anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear.
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports. Welcome to world-class research.
Welcome to the arts.
Welcome to real-world experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows our connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same roots, new path. Welcome to Canyon View Credit Union.
A car accident can change your life and the lives of those you love instantly. Beyond the physical damages, there are emotional and financial damages as well. And picking up the pieces alone can feel almost impossible. We understand. It's personal, and that's why we're here to help. Call or text 24/7. Siegfried and Jensen.
Years ago, I was checked from behind in a hockey game, and I was paralyzed from the chest down. It's difficult, and everything I do requires help. I formed a foundation because I believed paralysis recovery was possible. Now we're experiencing incredible trial results with spinal stimulation treatments, and we're so close to making it available to everyone living with paralysis. Let's make history. Let's beat paralysis.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on Earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Sea of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the Arts.
have no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to Real World Experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to New Friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
though we might fade and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows our connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same roots, new path. Welcome to Canyon View Credit Union.
A car accident can change your life and the lives of those you love instantly. Beyond the physical damages, there are emotional and financial damages as well. And picking up the pieces alone can feel almost impossible. We understand. It's personal, and that's why we're here to help. Call or text 24/7. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome back, Utah hockey fans, to the second period of this Utah Utes versus Washington Huskies hockey game. Should be a great second period. The score is currently 2-0. We have 16 shots for the Utes and 2 shots for Washington. So about the same as last first period shots-wise, but definitely different score-wise. What do you think the Utes need to do in order to make their next period stronger and have more goals, Claire?
Honestly, they've been doing a really good job so far. We are seeing better defending from Washington, so that's really what's holding them back. Was I feel like they didn't come into the game expecting such a drastic difference from last night. So honestly, just keep working through the defense. We've seen a couple of good plays where they've just like weaved in and out and through that defense to get in front of that goal. They would shoot, it would get deflected, and they would follow up shot with that. And that's what's given them the most success both tonight and last night. So if we just see more of that teamwork, more of that like footwork strategy at that point, like just weaving in and out and just taking as many shots as they can. Same with Washington. Washington needs to really push further into their offensive zone, getting more shots on goal because they are only at 2 right now. Yeah, hopefully we can see more of that this period.
I agree. And Washington right now, sometimes they're getting a little bit frantic when they steal the puck back in their own zone and they just huck it out wide. And I think they need to be able to build their way out and pass it through their zone and through the neutral zone instead of just splitting it out wherever they can.
Like a little bit more puck work, honestly, just more control, whether within the player or the connections between the two. We do see Washington with the puck right now to start off this period, quickly taken away by the Utes.
Here's Utah through the neutral zone, poked away by Washington, but the Utes still have it. Dropped off. Finding good passes, but it's poked away again by the Huskies. Utes. Here's Smith behind her own goal line, passing it out wide. Zeschuk.
Some good pressure along the boards right there.
Puck seems to be stuck and not wanting to come out, but eventually the Huskies do have the puck. Try to drop pass. Nobody's there, and the Utes are now able to move forward. Ooh, unable to get good control on it, but they end up with possession. Utes with a shot, and it goes in!
That is a strong way to start off this first period. Only a minute in.
Slid under.
We saw multiple of those sneakier shots last night where they just kind of go in between the goalie's legs or just right around the backside of their foot. We're getting ready back center ice on that center red line for our puck drop now.
I believe that goal was by Charman Manor? Yeah, Sonia Charman. Utes with possession. That's Charman's 14th goal this year, or this season. Utes looking for a pass. Right in front of the goal now with a shot, and it goes high and over. But the Utes still have possession. Looking for a wide pass. Utes behind Husky goal line. Good pass to the center, goes high. Off the glove of Washington goalkeeper. Utes still. Good stick work, but missed the puck when going to shoot.
See, there we go. We saw that clearance that she just did. She did have the space to take that up because she only had one Utes defender right there. Yes, we have seen that the Utes are slightly faster than the Washington players, but it would have given her more time with that puck and with the possession to get farther up on the ice instead of just giving it right back to the Utes. Here we're watching a replay right here of the taking around, and that shot is a great swoop right there. Here we go for that puck drop right inside.
Was an offsides call on the Utes. Utes win possession, give it away to the Huskies, and then it quickly taken back. And an offsides again on the Utes. That's the third offsides call in this game.
They're getting
Second
a little
this
too
period.
eager
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of getting ahead of themselves there. They need to wait for that puck to get there.
Here's Slack. Passing it out wide to Haley. She hits it forward. Utes now behind the goal line. Looking for an open pass. Now looking for a shot. Hits Washington defender skate. Utes passing it out wide. Drop. Centering pass, gets a stick on it. Almost gets it in. Both teams fighting for it. Utah forced to reset. Now the Utes moving forward. Good drop pass. Here's Slack. Slack drop passes it. 2 and a shot. And a good glove save, but it bounces out of her glove. Utes have it again. Utah swooping around. Shoots it, or I thought. Drop pass now. They reset. Carlston.
Here we go, Washington with the puck, great passing, taking it up across the ice. Ooh, loses a little bit of that possession and ends up giving it to the Utes player.
Washington again. Washington trying to find a centering pass right in front of the goal. Trying to get those shots off, eventually goes behind the goal and Utes reset and move forward. Utes now behind their own goal line. Moving forward. Good one-touch passes, but gives it right back away to Della Merced. Utes good pressure here, but the puck goes all the way back to D'Antonato. She passes it out to Klee. Klee hits it forward to Smith. It's intercepted momentarily, but goes back to D'Antonato. Utes being risky with their passes right around their goal. Trying to get it out. Good pressure by Washington. Here's Zeschuk.
Some good pressure along the boards right here.
Goes right back to D'Antonato. Now the Utes will try and move it out of their zone. Now trying to find something, or a shot goes off defensive player and eventually frozen on the ice by Washington goalie. And both teams will go out for line changes.
Here we go for that puck drop on the closer side of the Washington's defensive area.
Face-off is won by Washington. Tries to, that was a good pass, but wasn't able to keep the pass.
No tripping call on that.
Good work there by Edwards to hit the puck while she was still on the ground. LaValle now with the puck. Hit along the boards. Goes back to LaValle. LaValle passes it out wide. Now Utah counterattack now here. Good pass, but poked away by Washington. Utes still behind the goal line. Good pass in front of the goal, a shot! And it does not go in. Utes hit it along the boards. Now the Huskies will move out, unable to control the puck. D'Antonato passes it to LaValle. Here's LaValle and Isheli moving forward. Good centering pass, but it goes all the way through. Picked up again by the Utes. Good defending by Washington. No call. Pin drop against the boards there. Utes still have it. Centering pass. Utes, drop pass. Tries to get a shot, but didn't have much power on it. Slack with a shot now, goes just wide. Now Washington will try and counter, but immediately intercepted by the Utes. Gives it back to Dylan Merced. Now the Utes again. Utes with a shot! Goes down, frozen on the ice.
We're seeing some really good plays right now. We're seeing a lot of back and forth, both offense and defense for both teams. It's a much more even split compared to last night. Here we go for that face-off.
Shot from distance goes wide. Utes still with possession. Loses it there for a second to Fairbanks. Haley passes out wide. Utes going forward. Tripped up, and that will definitely be a penalty. Looks like we will have a Washington Husky player coming off. But which one will it be?
Looks like
number 10.
Number 18, actually.
Oh, just kidding.
You're good.
Number 18, Paige Garness. That'll be for tripping, and she'll be in there for 2 minutes. By the time she gets out, and we'll be halfway through this second period. Utes looking for an open shot. Good pass across the ice. Wasn't able to fully control it, but eventually passes it off. Taken away by the Huskies. Now Huskies 1v1. Gets a good shot off, but it goes wide. Utes now counter-attacking. Here's Carlston. Carlston tries to center pass it. It's taken away, but eventually taken back by the Utes. Here's Zeschuk. Passes it off. Good shot from distance. Goes off the pads of goalie and goes high, and now Washington will try and move out.
Even though they are down a player because of this power play, they are doing a great job at not letting Utah really pressure them and hold them up in their own defensive zone.
For sure. Here comes the Utes. Utah, good pass right in the center. Good shot too, but even better defending or goalkeeping. Icing waved off. Utes move out of their zone. Zeschuk passes it off. Here's Sonia Charman. Charman passes it across to Zeschuk. Zeschuk to LaValle. Back to Charman. Charman loses the puck for a second, but was able to get a quick pass off. Here's LaValle again. LaValle wants another one. She takes a shot, and it goes high. Utes recover. Still have possession.
And we are now done with this power play. Both teams back to full strength. No goal on that power play yesterday. The Utes did use their power plays to their advantage. Not all of them, but the majority of them. A lot of their goals, I think they got 4 on power plays yesterday out of the 7 that they were granted.
Distant shot right there by the Utes, but it went wide. They pick up their own rebound. Carlston passes it off. Utes now trying to find another one. Takes a shot, but it goes just wide. She still has the puck. Good drop off. Poked away by the Huskies. Chan with the puck. Hits it forward. Shot from distance. Goes wide. Stuck along the boards. Multiple players from each team trying to come up with the puck, but the Utes end up with possession. Try and swoop it around, gets a shot off, and it goes wide again. Here's the Utes still looking for more. Drop pass. Wensink hits it forward. Back to Wensink. She takes a shot, just goes wide. Washington having a hard time getting it out, but eventually they do. And Slack defends really well and is able to find an exit pass. Utes moving forward, crosses the blue line. Utah, good work there, the shot, and it's in! That was beautiful
that was
stick work there.
Beautiful. It was honestly a great pass, a great shot. That'll bring the final score 4-0.
Is that by Haley?
I think so.
Or Hallie?
Hallie.
How you say it? Here's the replay. Ooh.
Great shot.
That was really good. Great cut. And now Utes come again. Here's the Utes, front of the goal, trying to get another shot off. Ooh, she should have shot that there. Utes with a shot and a glove save. Line change here for the Huskies. Face off won by the Utes. LaValle out wide. Washington fighting for the puck along the boards. Utes reset. And give it right back to the Huskies. They try and get it out of their own zone. Utah doing well at pressuring them. Now Utes have possession. Looking around, circulating. Good defending by Washington, and they pick it up.
Ooh, that was a good play right there, taking it up the boards.
Call. Looks like Jeffords got fouled, so.
I'm gonna say slashing, but I could be wrong.
Looks like we'll have Harris come off.
And that was for slashing, so she'll be in the box for 2 minutes with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left of this second period. Hopefully Washington can take advantage of this power play and get their first goal of the game. That'd be really exciting for them. But let's watch with this puck drop now.
As I said before, Camden Harris went into the box. She's one of our 6 seniors tonight. Face-off won by Washington. Tries to take a shot, but defended well. No call here. Right in front of the goal. Good shot off defender's legs. Kind of a bunch of scrambling in front of the goal. Another shot taken by Connell. And Washington with possession still. And eventually hit forward by the Utes. No icing call there. Falling to the ground, but no call still. It's the Utes, gets a centering pass, nobody's there. But eventually with the Utes, a shot and it's in!
There we go. Utes now 5-0 with that goal, with odds stacked against them because they are in their own power play right now.
Greenwood with her first goal of the night, but the third of the weekend, so she's been killing it. Here's the replay. That was just all about intercepting Washington's pass and just taking it away and getting a quick shot off. She made that whole opportunity up for herself. Utes moving forward, looking for more. Good centering pass, nobody's there. Huskies pick it up and counterattack now. Huskies up a player.
Still
Now
about
they're
30
tied.
seconds left of this power play.
Huskies looking for a good centering pass. Good defending by the Utes. Tries to center pass it. They need to take a shot here, but it's not that strong and goes wide.
Here we go with Washington with the puck still.
Huskies looking for something. Good centering pass, almost gets a shot. Eventually does from distance. Goes off of D'Antinato.
Utes back to full strength, so now both teams are again 5v5. Oh, and we see
the Utes in front of the goal, a shot! And good goalkeeping there.
That was a right place, right time for Harris to come out of that box, and she was skating back towards her own bench, but then ends up getting that puck. That one is not in offsides because of the intention was not to be there for
Brent
that
with
puck.
a shot. Utes forced to reset. Jeffords pressuring. Tripped up. No call there. And now Manor goes back, so she's not offsides. Utes looking for an open pass. They move through the neutral zone. Manor up forward. Picked up by the Huskies and given back to LaValle. Here's LaValle hitting it forward. Good work by the Utes, taking it away. Utes behind the goal line. Here's Charman. Now LaValle. Out wide, Patterson, back to LaValle. Good pass.
Scooped up.
And now both teams will have line changes there. Just needs to be a little bit stronger. Three and a half minutes left of this second period.
Still 5-0 with that score.
Sonia Charman will be at the face-off. Won by the Utes. Edwards hits it forward. They all reset, so they're not offsides. Utes pick it up now in front of the goal, shot! And frozen on the ice. Utah doing really well to take away the puck in dangerous areas and get shots off, as we saw with that most recent goal for the Utes.
Face-off won by the Utes.
Edwards on the puck. Edwards with a pass. Behind the goal line. Utah looking for something, takes a shot. Goes wide. Huskies trying to hit it forward. Good pressure by the Utes. Utah with the puck. Swooping around looking for a goal. Takes a shot. Or tries to take a shot. Now takes another one.
And is frozen on the ice.
Both teams will have line changes.
Here we go, less than 3 minutes left. Hopefully Washington can get it out of their defensive area.
Good shot from distance off the pads of the goalie. Hit along the boards. Trying to find an open pass. Eventually does. Good centering pass off the stick of a Utes player. Almost goes in. Utah still with possession. And then given away to the Huskies. Then picked up by the Utes again, but it's a 1v4. She waits for players, but gives it away. And it goes right back into Utah possession. Utes pass it out wide. Up to Zeschuk. And then back.
Icing waved off on that one.
Jaron defending, good centering pass, no one's there. Huskies reset. Hit forward, picked up by Jaron. She hits it out wide to Zeschuk. Zeschuk forward. Smith now with a pass out wide, a shot! Deflects off. Utes still with possession now. Ooh, tries to get a good pass, but it's taken away.
Here we go, Huskies taking that up the ice.
Jeffords now.
A little stuck along the boards right there.
Eventually in Utes possession. Minute left in this period. Utah trying to find something. Harris now. LaValle. She hits it forward, good pass. Utes looking for another one. Manor takes a shot, deflected. Tries to take another one, and it goes in!
Beautiful. Less than 40 seconds left of this second period, and the score is now 6-0.
Was that Haley again? Haley again? Good work here by the Utes. Here's the replay. Just a rebound. Yeah, so another goal here for Haley. Second goal for her of the night. Washington trying to find something in these last seconds. Gets a shot off the pads of D'Antonato. Tripped up, no call. Now it's Manor trying to look for something. 10 seconds left. Here's Haley. Haley looking for a hat trick, but drops it off to a Husky player. And that will be the end of this second period. It is 6-0 for Utah. This is a completely different looking, I mean, still Utah winning so far, but
it is a different looking game than last night.
It was 13-0 at the end of the second period yesterday. So definitely better defense, you could say.
And more offensive plays by Washington.
For sure.
But we'll be back here in 15 minutes for our third and final period.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on Earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Sea of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
have no trust. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to Real World Experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you live
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out
Welcome to all you can imagine.
though we might fade and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows our connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same roots, new path. Welcome to Canyon View Credit Union.
car accident can change your life and the lives of those you love instantly. Beyond the physical damages, there are emotional and financial damages as well. And picking up the pieces alone can feel almost impossible. We understand. It's personal, and that's why we're here to help. Call or text 24/7. Siegfried and Jensen.
"13 years ago, I was checked from behind in a hockey game, and I was paralyzed from the chest down. It's difficult, and everything I do requires help. I formed a foundation because I believed paralysis recovery was possible. Now we're experiencing incredible trial results with spinal stimulation treatments, and we're so close to making it available to everyone living with paralysis. Let's make history. Let's beat paralysis."
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on Earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Sea of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
top, no trap. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to real-world experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you live
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out
Welcome to all you can imagine.
though we might fade and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows our connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same roots, new path. Welcome to Canyon View Credit Union.
Welcome back, Utah hockey fans. This is the third and final period of this hockey game. We have the score at 6-0. Better result than last game's end of second period. Both teams will definitely be coming out strong. Hopefully, Washington can put some pressure on the Utes and get a goal or a lot more opportunities. They still are only at, I think this scoreboard is wrong. I think they definitely have more than 2 shots because they had more that second period.
I think they're closer to 10 at this point of the game, which they seem to be doing pretty great in comparison to the Utes at 26. Hopefully they do get more opportunities in this next period, and hopefully a couple of those do go in. But we'll just have to see. Getting ready for that puck drop at center ice.
Well, the Washington team has already had more shots in these first 2 periods than they did all yesterday's game. So definitely improvement. With Utah being at 26 shots, they had 76 or 75 all last game. So they're going to have less this game as well. So improvement from both sides. Right in front of the goal, here's the Utes trying to get another one. Utah now slack with a shot off the glove of a goalie. Zeschuk trying to find a pass. Swoops it in, gets a shot. Didn't go in, but the Utes still have it. Utah drop pass. Zeschuk trying to fight for it again. Utes with the puck. Forward pass, here's Zeschuk.
Huskies with the puck now.
Here's the Utes, stealing it back. Hit all the way forward. They go out for some fresh legs. Washington moving forward and then taken away by the Utes. Utes along the boards. Behind the goal line. Passes it out wide to Manor. Manor looking for something, passes it out wide. Drop off again, a shot for the Utes, and it deflected. Utes unable to find that rebound. Hit forward. Now Harris. Harris right in front of the goal. 1v1 with the keeper, goes high. Utes hitting it along the boards. Washington. Shot from distance. Huskies moving forward. Picked up by the Utes. Here's Brent now. Drop pass to Patterson. Patterson with a centering pass right in front of the goal. Here's Utes. And a glove save there.
For a second there, we saw all the players kind of lose track of that puck who were standing in front of the goal. It was stuck behind one of the Washington's players. But that's what gave the Utes that opportunity, because 3 out of 5 Washington players on the ice were facing the wrong direction when that shot was made off.
Charman will take the face off for the Utes. She wins it. Poked away here. Utes reset. Tripped up. That's a call.
It does look like they're waiting for both teams.
Still a delayed penalty, but let's see if they can get a goal and a shot.
Yeah, the only way that penalty would have been waved off was if a goal resulted from it, because it's honestly wanting to give the team that was fouled, that was affected by that trip up, give it more of a advantage. So right now we're seeing number 16, Steinhardt, for the University of Washington go into the penalty box for tripping for 2 minutes. So not too bad, especially with 17 minutes and 30 seconds left in this final period. This power play can be dangerous because it's giving the Utes an opportunity to widen that gap even more.
Wensink with a shot. Goes wide. Here's Brent. Brent out wide. Back to Brent. Brent with a slap shot. Good save there. Washington getting some fresh legs on the ice.
Getting ready for that puck drop, and it looks like the Utes won that one.
Brent with the puck. Out wide pass. Good centering pass. Charman right in front of the goal, a shot. Has it gone in yet? No, it pokes out. Utes still taking advantage of this power play, but poked away by the Huskies. Greenwood resetting. Moving forward. Greenwood has 2 players on her, but eventually gets to Carlston. Carlston now passing it out wide. Here's Brent. Brent with a shot and deflected off of goalkeeper pads. Now Utes move forward, and it's an offsides call on Wensink.
Looks like we'll have that drop right inside of the Utes' offensive blue line, closer on the closer side. Taken by Washington number 18 and Utes number 5.
Won by the Utes for second. Still going their way. Here's Charman. Hit forward to LaValle. LaValle looking for an open pass. Drops it off. Now the Utes will counter. Here's Zeschuk. Zeschuk looking for a shot. Good centering pass and a shot. And did that go in? I believe it did.
By the bench's reactions, I do think it did.
Yeah.
If it didn't, it definitely hit off the inside post of the goal.
Judging by the horn, it went in. So it is now 7-0 here for the Utes. They seem a little bit used to the goals by now. None of them seem to really cheer, but it is all
The
good.
cheering is also, or the lack of cheering is also due to the more sportsmanlike conduct. You're not going to cheer when you're up by a significant amount.
Good shot here by the Utes. Greenwood. Looks like Haley scored that goal. Is that a hat trick for her? Huskies moving out. Greenwood picks it up and hits it along the boards. Utes still. Passing it out wide. Utes to Greenwood. Greenwood back pass. Shot goes wide. Another one goes off the pads. Sweeps around. Here's the Utes.
Good defense along those boards right there.
Here's Klee. Klee with a shot, goes wide. Utes still. Looking for a pass back to Klee. Klee with another shot. Off the pads, trying to get a rebound, tripped up. And eventually frozen on the ice. Here's the replay of that. Zeschuk swooping around. Ooh, beautiful goal. Right on the inside of the post there. That is actually a brace for Haley. Brent passing it out wide. Utes looking for something poked away here by the Huskies. Huskies through the center. Given away, now the Utes counter. It's a 1v2 here for the Utes. Utes take a shot, and a good save here for Washington Huskies. Sherman will take the face-off for the Utes. It's won by the Utes. Here's Utah looking for a pass. Here's Greenwood now. Greenwood with a shot. Goes off a Washington player, but they find a rebound. Center passing it, and it's frozen on the ice.
We saw the defense get a little frantic right there. Some of their swipes trying to clear that puck from the goal. Honestly, was a little concerning that they were going to swipe the wrong direction and hit that in. But I'm glad that didn't happen. We're getting ready for that puck drop on the far side, the far dot. And Utes won that puck drop, but taken away by Washington.
Utes gain possession back, and they reset. Here's Patterson. She tries to pass it off, but loses it. And now the Huskies will come forward. And then Slack gets possession back. Hit forward, tried to get it to Patterson, didn't quite get there. Charman now on the puck. Now hit to Eichel. Then goes all the way forward. Picked up here by the Utes, right in front of the goal. Shot it just off the corner of the pads, and it'll be frozen on the ice. That was a good save there. Really close to going in. Line changes for both teams.
Eichel looked a little frustrated right there after her shot because as she went to follow up, the whistle was blown before it was completely frozen on that ice. So an opportunity might have been taken away, but at the end of the day, looking at the points so far.
What can you do? Smith tries to get a shot. Klee now with a shot off the pads again. Another shot for the Utes by Smith. Now Huskies trying to get it out of their territory. Still having a hard time. Utes. Good work here, trying to find a good pass. Klee with a shot. Rebounded. Tries to hit it back to Klee and ends up going to the Huskies. And it'll head backwards. No icing call there. Picked up by the Utes. 2v4, shot from distance by Smith and frozen. Good glove save by Washington goalkeeper.
Even with the point difference and shots difference, we're still seeing some great energy from the Washington bench as well as the players out on the ice. Here we go for that puck drop. Washington wins straight possession from that, but gives it, actually, kind of hard to tell. So possession right now, a lot of fighting along the boards right there.
Eventually, Washington comes up with it and gives it right away to Brent. Poked away from Brent. And then given back to the Huskies. Huskies now moving forward. This is City. Given back to the Utes. Utes head forward. Here's Merriweather hitting it forward. Now Brent in front of the goal. Shot! Off the pads of goalie. A pass from or shot from distance goes wide. Brent again. Looking for someone. Shot from distance and immediately picked up by the Huskies. And well defended by the Utes. Given back to the Huskies, taken away by the Utes. Utes right in front of the goal, a shot, and it's in! Well done there by the Utes. Just pressuring them no matter what. I believe that was Carlston who made that goal. We'll confirm that here in just a second. But it's that type of pressure that make the Utes so good.
Because it always will eventually break down that defense. So the Utes just won that face-off, starting to build up from the back. Here's Harris with that puck.
Dropping it to Greenwood. Drop pass. Carlston passing it out wide. Shot goes high. Halfway through this third and final period. Utes now resetting in their zone.
I don't know if we've mentioned it, but Carlston was the one who made that last goal.
Here's Harris. Oh, poked in there. Good rebound. Disappointment on the faces here of Washington.
That was good. That was, I believe, poked in by Greenwood.
There might have been a replay on, so hopefully they saw
Oh,
it.
here we go with that replay right
Here's
here.
a different replay, yeah.
Here's a pass. See, it gets lost right behind the goal, or the goalie, and it goes in, and then it is followed up by Greenwood to knock that in.
Utes again right in front of the goal. Swooping behind the goal line now. Finding a pass. Receives the puck back. Another centering pass, gets a shot. Rebounds. They recycle again. Here's Klee. Utes forced to defend as Washington moves forward, but it's a 1v3 and easy defending here for the Utes. Now here the Utes come again. 4v4 as they wait for defenders to come. Tries to center pass it, poked away by the Huskies. They reset. And given away, Huskies hit it all the way forward. Low on numbers though. And the Utes are able to build their way out. Hit along the boards. City defends. Goes back to Ketchum.
Washington doing a good job right now, keeping it on the Utes' side. Definitely giving themselves a better chance of taking shots and scoring.
Huskies through the neutral zone. Good pass out to City. She takes a shot off the pads of D'Antonato. Huskies trying to find more opportunities here. Definitely getting more shots off. Centering pass by Washington. They try and get a shot off. Good defending here by the Utes. And now they counter. Here comes Utah. Skating around. Behind the goal line. Looking for open passes, but well defended by Washington, and they hit it all the way forward. Ref does well there to barely avoid the puck. And now the Utes are coming back. Deflection, so no icing. Here's Brent. Tries to take a centering pass. No one's there. Utes behind the goal line. Opening up. Good pass there by Smith. Behind the goal. Utes looking for something, swooping around. Puck is poked out. Here's Smith. Wasn't able to get very much power on that pass there. And poked away. Slap shot by Brent, goes wide. Still defending are the Huskies, given straight to Brent. She passes it out wide to Carlston. Here's Carlston now, good centering pass in front of the goals. The Utes take a shot! And it's off the pads of Washington goalie. And now the Huskies move out, but LaValle resets. Here's Greenwood. Greenwood hits it forward. Huskies pick it up. Huskies hit it forward. And now LaValle regains possession. Given right away, though. But Huskies don't keep possession for too long. Now here's Greenwood. Greenwood with a good pass, takes a shot. And a good glove save by Washington.
Both teams taking this opportunity to switch off their whole lines on the ice, or most of them. Here we go. For that puck drop is going to be on the near side of the Washington State goalie. University of Washington goalie.
Here's Greenwood. Center passes it. Greenwood. Good pass to Manor, but picked up by the Huskies. Huskies counter attack. Picked up quickly by the Utes. Harris hits it forward to Manor. Manor puts up a fight, but didn't gain possession. Jeffords tries to move it out. Hit against the goal. Good pressuring here by the Utes. Stealing the puck back. Utes out wide. Greenwood. Greenwood with a shot. Goes and hits the pads of University of Washington goalkeeper. Greenwood again. Looking for something. Takes a shot, but it goes wide. Utah rebounds. Here's Greenwood. Greenwood tries to center pass, taken away. She regains possession. Here's Greenwood. Greenwood looking for one, takes a shot, goes high. Huskies trying to move out of their zone. Utes do well to not let them do that, and now it's Utah 1v1 with the keeper and off the top post. They still have the puck though. Good centering pass and a shot off the pads. And then goes all the way through.
Here we go. All the way back to the Utes goalie who passes it up.
Right in front of the goal there. D'Antonato forced to save it. Looks like it hit the ref for a moment there, but no call. Tripped up, also no call, and the Utes counter now. Here's Klee. Klee skating behind the goal line. Tries to pass it off, intercepted by the Huskies. Huskies move forward and defended by Charman. And now Utah will have possession. Utes now looking for another one right in front of the goal, takes a shot. Defended and blocked. Huskies now moving out. Utes steal the puck away and hit it far. Here's Chan trying to hit it out. No, Donahue hitting it forward, and the Utes pick it up. Klee. Alshire pressuring. Utes still with the puck. Smith passes off to Klee. Klee takes a shot and it goes high. Here's Zeschuk. Zeschuk behind the goal line. Klee with a shot. Goes high. Drop pass. Hit along the boards. Klee again with another shot off the boards. And another shot again right in front of the goal. Lots of rebounds, but eventually pokes out in Husky possession. Huskies now counter, but they're unable to keep control of the puck. Utes pass it back. Utes hit it along the boards. Looks like we will have a penalty here.
Looks like Thomas from the University of Washington, number 23, will be going into the penalty box for 2 minutes.
And that will be for the rest of this period and rest of this game. Carlston at the face-off.
Utes in this power play does put Washington in a very difficult position because they are now down a player for the rest of today's game.
Utes with a shot. Glove save.
I've seen enough hockey to know that if we weren't playing so much on Washington's side, they could have, within the last 5 minutes, they would have pulled their goalie and tried to get something. But the Utes are up by 8, and we're playing a lot on Washington's side, so it would be too risky of a play to try.
Going back to D'Antonato. Passing it out wide. 1 minute remaining of this third and final period. Utes. Utah with a shot, and it's in!
There we go. That brings the score 9-0 now. That was a strong shot, honestly. Her and the goalie.
Really strong take, too.
Here we go with that replay right here.
That was all her.
Resetting center ice with 50 seconds left on the clock. Looks like Washington gets the puck, but passes it to Utah.
Here's Klee. Klee moving forward. Klee has been at it all day, trying to get a goal. Oh, and it goes in! I think Klee got hers!
Look at everybody celebrating that. That was beautiful, and I love that they're celebrating that for her. She's been working all game, honestly.
You can hear the bench. I haven't seen them that loud in a while.
You can see the bench going wild.
Here's the replay there. You can see her excitement. Super excited for her. It's really fun to see other players like Zeschuk, who took that shot, to be excited for her, even though that was her shot. Here's Zeschuk. Zeschuk with a shot off the pads of goalkeeper. Klee again takes a centering pass, picked up by the Utes. 12 seconds left, another shot by Klee. Hit forward. Utes now, one final shot for Klee. Oh, and blocked there. And that horn will signal the end of this period. It is 10-0 for the Utes. Both teams joining in with their sides.
That was a beautiful way to end off the game, and you kind of see a lot of that camaraderie that we have on the University of Utah Utes hockey team, with everyone just celebrating each other. And even though, yes, all the forwards and the centers and everybody who makes those goals, often it's very exciting for them, but with defenders who make the goal, which, like Klee, a defender, when they make goals like that, it's even more exciting because it's less of an opportunity that they are given. We do see a lot more sportsmanlike conduct right now. Yesterday, last night, at the same game with Washington versus Utah. With Washington versus Utah, we did see a little fight out there on the ice. And it was kind of unsettling at the end, because then we didn't get that sort of sportsmanlike ship where they go out on the ice and they high-five each other and all that kind of stuff. Megan, you weren't here. I was here with Mitch last night when that happened, but I know you saw that. You watched the game back and saw that. What were your thoughts on it? Like, what did you see what sparked it? Like, did you see anything about it?
I honestly didn't see what sparked it, and I kind of thought it was very unnecessary for anything like that to happen. Utah was in a lead, 20-0. It happened at the very, very end of the game.
Yeah.
But this game obviously ended very different.
With less penalties, I believe. Last night we had 9. I think tonight we had about 4. So it was definitely more discipline between these two teams. It was definitely more of a almost friendship as of sort, which often we do see at the end of a 2-game weekend, because now they know how each other play and they kind of get the feeling and are more of like having fun with the game instead of being so like.
Yeah. And like you were
Yeah.
saying, although there's half as many goals and half as many shots that were in this game compared to last night's game, it was just kind of a fun, friendly game. You could see it from Utah's bench, just having so much fun. Klee taking I don't even know how many shots and finally getting one in at the end. It was super fun to see the excitement from the team. They honestly had a great season, ended in 16th place. I believe they'll be going to Nationals. Is that what it is? So excited for them. They've been doing awesome all season. Yeah. What would you like to say at the end of this season? Anything else to add?
Honestly, so much fun. I've loved watching this team grow and like become closer, and you've seen their connection on the ice become better. And so it's just been very interesting in watching this whole thing develop.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for watching, and keep in touch with the Utes.